The vast chamber of the Galactic Council was a crucible of anticipation, its air heavy with the murmurs of countless species gathered under the dim light of Goldoria's moons. High above, the space station's domed ceiling sprawled like a canvas of stars, casting an ethereal glow over the assembled delegates. At the heart of this assembly, shrouded in darkness and mystery, loomed a massive, draped cage. Low, menacing growls reverberated through the metal bars, sending ripples of unease across the room. The creature inside, unseen yet palpable, promised a spectacle of unprecedented ferocity. Captain Elena Murov of the human delegation leaned forward, her gaze fixed on the shrouded form. Beside her, her teammates exchanged tense glances, their expressions a blend of curiosity and resolve. The council leader, a towering figure with shimmering scales and piercing eyes, commanded silence with a raise of his hand. His voice, deep and resonant, filled the chamber. "Esteemed members, today marks the dawn of this year's Beast Taming Ceremony," he announced, his tone laden with gravity. "This trial will not only test our courage, but also our wisdom and our respect for the life forms of the cosmos." The drapes were then dramatically pulled away, revealing the Vornska. Gasps echoed around the room as the creature came into view, a behemoth with scales that glinted like black steel and eyes that smoldered with a fiery intensity. Its chains clinked melodically, an eerie music that underscored its contained power. As the newest members of this council, the humans have observed in silence until now. The leader continued, turning his gaze towards the human section. "Will you step forward this year? Will you challenge the might of the Vornska?" Elena stood, her figure slight against the imposing backdrop of the council. "We will," she declared, her voice steady and clear. Murmurs swirled through the chamber like a storm, mixed with incredulous chuckles and whispers of doubt. "Indeed?" The leader's eyebrows arched, a hint of surprise coloring his otherwise impassive face. "It is a brave decision, Captain Murov. The Vornska has never yielded, never faltered. What makes you think this year will be different?" Elena's response was calm but confident, resonating through the crowded space. "Because, esteemed leader, we believe there are ways to understand even the fiercest beasts. We believe in respect, not dominion, in intelligence, not force." The chamber fell into a hushed silence, the weight of her words hanging in the air. Today, humanity would not just observe. They would demonstrate their true mettle to the galaxy. Back in the human quarters, the team gathered around a holographic display of the Vornska, its formidable image rotating slowly. Dr. Liam Zheng, his brow furrowed in concentration, tapped on the display, bringing up overlays of the creature's skeletal and muscular structures. "The Vornska's aggression is legendary, but not inexplicable," Liam began, his voice tinged with the excitement of a researcher on the cusp of a breakthrough. "Its auditory canals are highly sensitive, evolved to detect the faintest sounds of its prey. This sensitivity could be our key advantage." Tara Singh, her fingers dancing over her portable tech console, looked up. "Are you suggesting we use sound? Modify its environment sonically to influence its behavior?" "Yes, exactly," Liam nodded, his enthusiasm growing. "If we can mimic or alter the Vornska's communication frequencies, we might be able to soothe it or at least distract it." Elena leaned over the display, her mind racing through scenarios. "Tara, how quickly can you put together a prototype that can emit these frequencies?" Tara responded with a grin that spelled challenge. "Give me a few hours, Captain. I've got several ideas brewing." The room buzzed with renewed energy as each member of the team set to work. Dr. Zheng provided ongoing biological insights, while Tara assembled a device capable of emitting a range of sonic outputs. Elena coordinated with the rest of the crew, ensuring every detail of their plan was meticulously mapped out. Hours later, they convened around Tara's completed device, a sleek, silver machine that hummed softly as it powered up. Tara handed Elena a small remote. "This controls the frequencies. We've programmed it with several variations, all derived from Dr. Zheng's research." Elena tested the device, observing the holographic Vornska's reactions to the different sounds. Some frequencies agitated it, while others sparked curiosity. "This could really work," she murmured, a blend of hope and determination in her voice. Their final meeting before the ceremony was succinct. Elena surveyed her colleagues, her gaze imbued with inspiration. "Today, we do more than tame a beast. We challenge the preconceptions of what humanity is capable of. Let's demonstrate to the Galactic Council that our strength lies not in force, but in our intellect and compassion." That affirmation was a chorus of resolved voices, each team member ready to contribute to a groundbreaking shift in interspecies relations. With their innovative approach, they were not merely participants. They were pioneers on the brink of fostering a new understanding between species. The night before the ceremony, the human quarters buzzed with a focused intensity. Dr. Liam Zheng was ensconced among holographic screens that displayed various data on the Vormska's physiology, periodically murmuring to himself as he pieced together the creature's responses to different stimuli. Beside him, Tara Singh meticulously adjusted the settings on her newly constructed sonic device, her fingers nimble and sure from years of engineering expertise. Captain Elena Murov watched her team, her heart swelling with pride at their indomitable spirit. She approached Dr. Zheng, her voice low and steady. "Liam, how confident are you about these frequencies?" Liam looked up, adjusting his glasses. "As confident as one can be without field testing. The creature's responses in captivity show a consistent pattern. Sound is the key, Elena. I'm convinced of it." From her workstation, Tara's voice, tinged with excitement, broke in. "The device is ready, Captain. It can replicate the Vormska's mating call almost perfectly, along with a spectrum of other sounds that might be pivotal, depending on its reactions tomorrow." Elena nodded, her eyes fixed on the compact device that held so much potential. "All right, let's review the plan once more," she said. The team congregated, their expressions a blend of anxiety and determination. Elena pointed to the digital map of the arena displayed on the main screen. Phase 1. Tara activates the device as soon as the Vormska is released. We need it to remain calm. Liam, you'll monitor its vitals from the tech booth. Liam nodded, his gaze not leaving the screen. I'll keep you updated on its stress levels in real time. Any spike, and we'll need to adjust the frequencies immediately. Phase 2. Elena continued, I'll approach with a nutrient blend Tara and I have prepared. It's tailored to its taste preferences and includes a mild sedative to maintain docility. If it responds to the food, it signifies a breakthrough in its defensive instincts. Tara's expression turned serious. And if it doesn't work? Elena's gaze was steady and firm. Then we adapt, as we always do. But remember, our aim isn't merely to tame the Vormska. It's to show that understanding and intelligence can triumph where brute force has not. The team practiced the sequence repeatedly as the night deepened, making sure everyone was clear on their roles. As they dispersed to rest, Elena stayed behind in the strategy room, painstakingly reviewing every possible scenario. She knew the stakes extended beyond the ceremony. Their performance could fundamentally alter humanity's role within the Council. At dawn, the team assembled at the arena, the early light reflecting off the metallic structure. The crisp morning air was charged with a mix of anticipation and nerves. Elena conducted a final equipment check and exchanged a look of unity and resolve with her team. They nodded back at her, each cloaked in a calm born from thorough preparation. Taking her position, Elena touched the console controlling the device. This day, this moment, would be pivotal. It had to be. Humanity's message was unequivocal. They were here not merely to compete, but to revolutionize the dynamics of interaction across the cosmos. With a deep breath, Elena activated the device, and the first deep, resonant tones began to fill the arena. As the gate slowly rose, the Vormska stirred behind it, its massive form casting a large shadow at the entrance as it stepped into the light. The arena was an immense amphitheater, its architecture a fusion of countless cultures from across the galaxy. As the first rays of the Goldorian sun pierced the translucent dome, thousands of seats buzzed with spectators from myriad worlds. The atmosphere was charged, a palpable blend of excitement and skepticism circulating through the air. At the center of the arena, a large, enclosed pit awaited the Vormska's imminent arrival. Captain Elena Murov stood at the edge of the arena, her uniform pristine, the gravity of her responsibilities anchoring her in the moment. Beside her, Tara Singh monitored the sonic device, her fingers hovering over the controls, ready to adjust frequencies based on the creature's reactions. High above in the tech booth, Dr. Liam Zheng observed through a one-way screen, his instruments prepared to record and analyze the beast's physiological responses. As the gates to the Vormska's holding area began to lift, the grinding of metal resounded ominously throughout the arena. A hush descended over the crowd as the beast's imposing form first became visible. It was a magnificent and fearsome creature, its scales a dark, iridescent blue-black that shimmered menacingly under the light. With each step, its massive claws clinked against the metal floor, and its fiery breath misted the air. Elena's pulse quickened, but her voice remained steady as she communicated with her team through the micro-communicator. "Tara, initiate the primary frequency sequence now." "On it, Captain," Tara responded, her focus unwavering. She activated the device, and a deep, resonant hum, mirroring the Vornska's mating call, filled the arena. The beast paused, its large, wedge-shaped head tilting, the fiery glow in its eyes flickering with confusion and curiosity. "It's having an effect," Dr. Zheng's voice crackled through their earpieces. "Its stress levels are declining. Maintain the current setting, Tara." Elena advanced cautiously, holding a container filled with a specially formulated nutrient blend. The Vornska's nostrils flared, detecting something unfamiliar in the air, its gaze locked on Elena. She halted, allowing the creature to assess her, her movements deliberate and measured. The beast's aggressive demeanor softened, influenced clearly by the sonic frequencies. With a slow, almost reverential motion, Elena set the container down and retreated several steps. The Vornska approached, its large snout sniffing extensively before it began to eat. The spectators observed in silent amazement, disbelief thick in the air. "Keep monitoring its vitals, Liam. Alert me to any changes immediately," Elena instructed, her eyes never leaving the Vornska. "Vitals remain stable, Elena." "It's more tranquil than we anticipated," Liam reported, his voice tinged with awe. As the beast ate, Elena approached once more, extending her hand slowly. Her hand trembled slightly, not from fear, but from the overwhelming significance of the moment. The Vornska lifted its head, its eyes meeting hers. In that gaze, there was no aggression, only a wild, untamed intelligence. Slowly, deliberately, Elena touched the creature's snout. The contact was a historic gesture, bridging species through a touch that conveyed respect and understanding. The crowd burst into applause, a cacophony of cheers and roars that engulfed the arena. Elena stepped back, her mission accomplished, her heart swelling with pride. She turned to address the audience, her team assembling by her side. "The Vornska is tamed, not through dominance, but through understanding," Elena declared, her voice resonating across the arena. "Today, we demonstrated that humanity offers more than brute strength. We propose a new way to interact with the cosmos." As the team exited the arena, the implications of their success began to reverberate. Conversations ignited among the various alien delegates, their initial skepticism giving way to a budding respect for humanity's innovative and empathetic approach. The ceremony, intended as a demonstration of control, had evolved into a showcase of coexistence, and through this transformation, humanity had secured its new place in the galactic community. As the dust settled in the arena and the echoes of the crowd faded into a hum of excited conversation, the members of the Galactic Council convened for an emergency session. The spectacle they had witnessed was unprecedented. Not only had the humans tamed the Vornska, but they had done so using methods that challenged the Council's long-held beliefs about power and dominance. Captain Elena Mirov, flanked by Dr. Liam Zheng and Tara Singh, stood before the Council in the vast circular chamber, its hovering platforms hosting delegates from various species, all brimming with anticipation. The Council leader, his voice resonant throughout the chamber, addressed Elena. "Captain Mirov, today's demonstration extends beyond the mere taming of a beast. Please elucidate for this Council the methods and philosophy behind your approach." Elena stepped forward, her posture poised, her gaze sweeping across the myriad species represented. "Thank you, Honorable Leader. Our approach, though simple in concept, was rooted deeply in understanding. We studied the Vornska not to dominate it, but to comprehend its needs and behaviors." Tara Singh interjected, her voice firm and confident. "We employed sonic frequencies that replicate those found in the Vornska's natural habitat, particularly its mating calls, which are soothing rather than aggravating. This enabled us to communicate on its terms, not impose ours." Dr. Zheng contributed. "By merging xenobiology with technology, we crafted an environment where the Vornska felt secure and unthreatened. Our goal was never subjugation. It was coexistence." The chamber stirred with murmurs. A delegate from the technologically advanced Trinac system raised a query. "You elected to feed the creature during the taming. Was this an act of bribery?" Elena offered a slight smile. "It was not bribery, but an offering. The meal was rich in nutrients appealing to the Vornska and included a mild sedative to ease any lingering stress. It was a gesture of goodwill, demonstrating our peaceful intentions." The dialogue evolved as a delegate from the warrior planet Centauri questioned, his tone rough. Your methods propose a radical departure from traditional dominance hierarchies. Is this the human approach? It is one of our approaches, Elena replied. Humanity values the power of intelligence and empathy over brute force. We have witnessed too many conflicts born from the belief that might makes right. We aim to champion an alternative route, one promising greater mutual understanding among all species. The council leader nodded thoughtfully. This council acknowledges the courage and innovation of the human delegation. Today, you have not only tamed a beast, but also prompted us to reconsider our methods. As the session adjourned, delegates surrounded Elena and her team, keen to delve deeper into their techniques. Discussions sparked about how human methods might be applied in diplomacy, conflict resolution, and environmental stewardship. Returning to their quarters with buoyant steps and full hearts, the human delegation reflected on the day's events. The galaxy was vast and often indifferent, but today they had kindled a flame of change. The galaxy might indeed be ready for a new path, Elena mused aloud as they reached their quarters. Her team nodded in agreement, their faces alight with pride and fulfillment. That evening, as Elena gazed at the stars, she felt an intense connection to the cosmos. Humanity had not merely participated, they had instigated transformation. In this metamorphosis, they had secured not only respect but a pivotal role in the complex fabric of galactic society. In the aftermath of the ceremony, the human delegation's quarters transformed into a vibrant hub of activity. Representatives from various species flowed in and out, eager to forge alliances and exchange ideas. The success of the Vormska taming had indeed heralded a new era for humanity within the Galactic Council. Captain Elena Muro stood by the viewport, a gaze fixed on the stars as they streaked past. Dr. Liam Zheng joined her, a steaming cup of coffee in his hand. It feels different, doesn't it? Like we just opened a door we didn't even know was there, he mused. Elena accepted the coffee, her eyes thoughtful as she took a sip. It does, Liam. Today, we didn't just change how others view us, we transformed our own self-perception. We're not merely survivors anymore, we're pioneers. Just then, Tara Singh burst into the room, her eyes sparkling with excitement. Elena, the council has just extended an invitation for us to join the Science and Exploration Advisory Board. Elena's smile broadened. That's our cue then. Humanity has more to contribute, and it's time we took our rightful place at the table. As the team celebrated, they recognized this as only the beginning. Humanity had finally found its voice in the galaxy, and the future beckoned with boundless possibilities.